Our story began in 1991. Over time, the mortgage industry has experienced many changes, but our core values here at CIS have always remained the same: character, integrity, and service. You don't need to be a mortgage expert to get a great financial plan, you just need to work with one. Our focus and dedication have allowed us to help thousands of families reach their dream of home ownership. Whether it be refinancing your current home, buying a manufactured home, or purchasing investment property, we have a product for you. We invite you to find out more by visiting our website at cishomeloans.com or like us on Facebook. CIS Home Loans, mortgage loans made simple, equal housing lender.
Call our meeting to order for tonight, and appreciate everyone that's come. We are just trying to kind of get things started again at a regular type meeting. We've been having telemeetings, and it's a little more complicated to do your meetings this way. I'm proud that we've got a full board tonight. Council's all here, and our city clerk's here. I believe our attorney had a problem getting here tonight, but anyway, appreciate the ones that are here. Our department heads, some of them are here with us tonight, and appreciate those. Before we start tonight, we'll just go ahead and have our invocation and our pledge, and then I've got just a few remarks and we'll get right into the meeting. Let's stand, please. Father God, we pause at this moment just to give you praise for who you are, and Lord, that you're the Almighty. We thank you, Lord, for the blessings you send our way. Lord, we ask your blessings and mercies now upon our community as we suffer through critical times. We ask, Lord, that this virus might disappear as it appeared, and it's brought chaos to our nation and our world. Many people are suffering from this physically, and others emotionally and financially. We ask, Lord, that you help us to get through this, and we ask you to be the master of our meeting tonight and help us to conduct business in a way that would be pleasing in your sight. In Christ's name I pray. Amen. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. Just a word to our community that may be watching tonight. The 2020 census is much in action. We're around 60% counted in Hamilton, and a little less than that across our county. But I'm appealing to you tonight, if you haven't participated in the 2020 census, that you go ahead and be counted, either by mailing in your census forms now or logging on to 2020census.gov, and it'll take you about 10 minutes to participate in the census. It's a few simple questions, not complicated at all, and it's so important. The federal dollars that this community gets each year depends on your count. Every person, it values to this community about $1,660 or so. So please be counted, not just for that, but we need to show growth in our community. We need our state to hold its population up, because there's a congressional seat at stake. If we drop too much, that congressional seat might go to another neighboring state that has shown growth, and we certainly don't want to lose any of our political power in Washington. So there's a lot at stake here, folks, and we want you to participate in the 2020 census. As we reopen our city and our area, we must be very aware that the virus has not gone away. This COVID-19 virus that's been with us is a proven killer. It will take your life. It's very dangerous. Some of our shops have been able to open up under the government's order under our governor has given an order to try to go into phase one and open up certain parts of our economy, but we need to proceed with caution. These masks right here are made for a purpose. If you're out in public, I advise you to continue to use your mask. If you don't know the people you're around and know they're fever-free or virus-free, it's for your own protection and to use these. I know that there's a lot of places you can be in the open air and not use the mask, but if you're in crowds, it's always a good idea to use these. I know they're not easy to wear, but it's just good protection for you when you're out there in the public. So the gloves are not a bad practice either. If you don't know who's touched what you've got to handle, if it's the cart handle of your shopping cart, and you're not certain it's been sanitized, it wouldn't hurt to have a pair of gloves on. If you go to pump gasoline and you handle the gas nozzle, you don't know if the last person that handled that nozzle was feverish and had the COVID or not. So just take precautions, folks. I want everybody to get through this alive and hopefully not sick. So there's a lot to be said for being careful, even though we're trying to reopen phases of our economy. And I'm wanting it to happen also, but we need to be careful and preserve lives as we go. I would like to mention that the project of the Loves is coming together. We had a meeting with the Loves officials last week by telephone, and there was a lot of people involved. The general contractors down here at Fulton Bridge now starting the job, and it'll be moving forward. They're targeting December the 15th to have the Loves and Arby's ready to go. So that's not so far away when we look at how time gets by. So this will be a new addition to our community. The Highway 35 project bid was let, well, we haven't awarded it yet, but Edie Contracting out of Russellville, Alabama was the lowest bid on the project. It came in under the numbers we'd projected at roughly $389,000. We thought the project would be around $410 to $420. So we're well under the bid proposals on that and proud of it. And our Ragsdale project, Rodney, did we say it's winding down now to almost the end?
They're videoing the sewer today, the new sewer lines they put in, today and tomorrow. And,
so we've got some.
Lined up that part, all
Okay.
their lights are paid.
Yeah. So the water and sewer project that's been ongoing over at the Ragsdale Housing Authority is about to wind down. We're down to paving the streets, I guess, is the biggest thing they've got. They tore up the streets pretty good in some areas to put that new line in. So that'll be the last phase of it, is repaving that street over there, and that is in the contract, so that won't be another burden to the city. But with all that said, we'll move into our meeting, and like I said, I appreciate you being here. The first item of business is to recommend to approve the minutes of the emergency meeting held over the telephone on March the 23rd, 2020, and that was when we were preparing to stay in place and get our orders in place for the city. That was the thrust of that meeting. I'd need a motion to approve those minutes first.
I'll make that motion.
Bobby Joe made a motion. We'd need a second.
I'll second.
June second. All in favor of approving those minutes. Now we'll need a recommendation to approve the minutes of the April 20th, 2020 council meeting. That was a tele meeting. That was our regular council meeting, the final one of April. So I'd like to make a motion we approve those minutes. I'd like to recommend that for a motion.
I'll make that.
Herbert made the motion. We need a second to that motion.
I'll second.
Wade made a second. All in favor of approving those. Item 3 would be to get an approval to do our accounts payable bills for April 2020. It's time to pay those bills, and we'd need a motion to pay our bills.
I'll make a motion.
Tammy made the motion to pay our bills. We need a second.
Second.
Bobby Joe second. All in favor of paying our April accounts? Thank you. We're losing some of our officers, our police officers, and I'd recommend that we approve posting the hiring of 2 police officers to replace those that will be leaving our department very soon. That would be for certified or non-certified applicants, and this will be to add 2 officers back to our staff that will be depleting by 2 for the Hamilton Police.
When will they leave?
They're working out a 2-week notice, and I think they've got 1 more week. Would that be about right, or is this the
I
last?
think they've already, Friday was probably their last day.
Was it? Well, the 2 weeks is up. I guess it's been longer since Ronnie told me than I think.
How long do we have to run, how long are we gonna be short? How long do we have to run this?
Well, I probably won't be able to get it in the paper by Wednesday. I don't think it's too short, so it'll go in next week. We could run it for 2 or 3 weeks, just however. So we're looking at probably,
At least 4 weeks of being short.
I think we'll have at least a month, Tammy, I really do.
Seems like we're losing a lot of officers that way. Are we not paying them what they can make somewhere else?
Well, they're staying in the law business. These went to the sheriff's department. He had 2 retirements, and he hired 2 of our officers away from us, so.
Well, but I asked, tried to find out about that, and I was told it was only $6 a month or something different to pay. For
I'm not-
sheriffs and police. Now, the one that told me was supposed to have known it, but I wouldn't, can't figure it.
Neither of these officers have talked to me. I did talk to Ronnie, our chief, and ask him why they were leaving us, and that I hated to lose. They were good officers. I hate to lose good young officers like these that could have been with us a long time, but he said they felt like it was an opportunity, so that's all he told me. But I really hate to lose these 2 men. They were good officers, both. And but
One of them we sent to the academy and one of them we had to pay for when we got, correct?
We-
But we're not getting anything
we
out of it.
we bought one from Russellville and paid dearly for him. Of course, Russellville didn't bill us for the last one we got from them. We didn't pay anything on the last officer that came from Russellville. I don't know if she had her tenure in with them, but I believe these 2 have worked long enough that we won't have to, that they won't have to be bought from us. I think they can leave. Would that be correct? They're past their 2-year period. With all that said, we'd need a motion to post that job, to take applications to replace them.
I'll make that motion.
Gene made the motion. We'll need a second for that.
I'll make the motion.
Wade second. All in favor of posting those jobs? Thank you. The next item is a recommendation to appoint council member Wade Sullins and city clerk Angela Owen the authority to sign our line of credit loan renewal at First National Bank. And this will avoid any conflicts of interest with the officer of the comptroller of currency that governs banks, or national banks, that is. And at this time, we'd like to have a motion to approve, to appoint Wade and Angela to handle our line of credit at the bank.
I'll make that motion too.
Gene made a motion, we need a second on that. Herb made the second, we need to vote on that now, all in favor?
I'm gonna abstain.
Okay, I guess because I could be one of the ones in conflict, I'll abstain also. Tammy and I have people who are affiliated with First National Bank. I sit on the board and her dad sits, so we better not vote on this one. If you guys will just vote weighed in, I'd appreciate it. Did we have all for it? Okay, that takes care of it. Tammy and I are abstaining on this one. The sixth item on our agenda tonight is a recommendation to adopt a resolution 2020-5-4 passing the annual municipal water pollution prevention program. And Rodney, if you would, I'd like for you to tell the folks kind of what this is and how it works in your department.
This is our municipal water pollution prevention annual report. It's called the MWPP report. This is a report that we have to pass every year. It kind of grades our plant at the wastewater treatment plant. It kind of does a grade on our plant. And also all the reporting that's done is in this report throughout the year. All of it's in this report. And like I said, it's the one we have to approve every year. At this time, we have to turn it in by May 31st. I have to have the engineer to review it. He's reviewed it and signed off on it. It's ready to be sent when it's approved.
This contains any incidents where we've had spillage or this kind of thing.
Yeah, any sanitary sewer overflows, which this particular year, or 2019, we had 6 of them during the year. And they're all reported in this report. And
We haven't had anything severe enough that we had to pay a fine or a penalty. Okay. Then this is a resolution that we need to pass for Rodney's department, and we need a motion on that.
I make that motion.
Bobby Joe made the motion, we'll need a second. Wade second, all in favor of passing this resolution? Thank you very much. Is there any other business that we need to discuss tonight before we adjourn?
Oh, I'd like Mike or the mayor, what about the brush and Leon pickup? Is that still on hold?
No, we started back today.
Okay, so they just need to call City Hall and get a
Well,
pickup order?
They need to wait a little while.
Okay,
Probably got 50 or 60 to pick it up.
okay.
Happy to announce we've got all of our workers back,
Yeah.
except our library, and we've postponed opening the library till a week, 1 week, at the request of our leader over there.
And the recreation center's open?
No, the rec center, no, I'm
Okay.
sorry. Everything that's been given permission to be open is open, except all rec centers and parks are still down. We are allowing some people to walk, and we probably, if you can safe distance, we're gonna let anyone walk the nature trail that wants to walk for exercise, or our track over there by the fire department, that's open for walking. As long as you're safe distance, we think the exercise is good for you. And we're not gonna allow playing on our gym equipment, swings, that kind of thing just yet. No ball fields are open, but, a lot of people are wanting the barber shops to open, and I don't blame them for that. Beauty shops in some cases, nail salons, those things been kind of off limits. But I think there's gonna be a lot more of announcements coming in the near future. If the numbers don't spike to the point that we are just so unsafe we can't tolerate it, I think there'll be more things opening up. And we hope that things start to look a little normal again. It's just been really, really distressing to see all this go on, but I guess it has to be. If there's no other business, Did you have anything you want to talk about tonight, Mike?
No, other than just to follow up with Tammy there. They could probably go ahead and call in, but just understand it's probably gonna be a couple of 3 weeks before we get called in.
Yeah.
with what we-
Yeah, we're pretty far behind on that, so, yeah.
I would like to remind them too, if they're gonna do some kind of tree trimming or something like that, they should call City Hall first to
Yeah.
make sure that they're following the how it's
How
supposed
many feet and how it's supposed to be laid
That's
and
exactly
all
right.
that.
We're running into now, people have hired tree trimmers to come in, trim trees, cut big trees down, and they're piling it beside the road, and wanting the city to come by and pick it up. Our rule is we don't follow behind tree contractors.
Yeah,
They should clean their own mess up.
yeah,
Mainly the brush pickup is for limbs that are falling in the yard or whatever, shrubs being trimmed, or cut, pulled up or whatever, not for really tree removal.
Yeah.
That's
we don't need to haul a forest away, yeah.
right.
Yeah, we're not following contractors that make a living off the cutting trees.
And you do have specifications as to how long the limbs can be and things like
Yes,
that.
there's actually, if you'll either call or come by City Hall, there's a large item pickup list that's been established for a long time. It tells you exactly what we do, what we can't do. It's just a sheet of paper. It's got about 15 or 20 rules on there, and what we can pick up and what we can't.
We got a dumpster available again at our,
We do, yes.
Okay.
It's open on Monday,
good.
Wednesday
The-
and Friday.
The dumpster at the street department's available, yeah, good. Okay, Mike, thank you for that. He's holding our old trucks together. He had to have a sensor put on one last week, carry it to Tupelo, but it's back and running again, so he's holding the old garbage trucks together till we have to replace what we got, and we'll bring that up to a workshop and get some final, maybe we're gonna look at that in June, is what we had in mind.
Don't we have one on order?
It's not on order yet. We're going to buy one, but we're trying to put it in the next budget. So if we get it in order and take it delivery on it, maybe in the fall, we might be 2 budgets away before we have an annual payment. So we had so many projects going on, we didn't want to overload ourselves. So Mike's been good to hold together what he's working with, and he's done a great job fixing the hydraulics and all the mechanisms that are going bad. But thank you for that, Mike. I appreciate the effort you've made to keep us okay where we can still work our route. Angela, do you got anything tonight you want to add?
No, sir.
With that said, then we'd need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
We got a motion from Mr. Sullins to adjourn. We need a second.
Second.
Got a second from Mr. Bobajo. Let's vote to adjourn. Thank you very much.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/49 County News TV.